Hello everyone, welcome to another games stuff video. This should be the third episode, and I do have quite a bit to cover today, so yeah, I'll see how it goes. Not planning on editing the video much, so let's hope I don't screw up too much going through. If I do, tough. So we'll start with the Naruto Online events for tomorrow, or today by the time the video is up. I'm recording this on the 6th of May, but it is already late in the evening, so I don't know what time I'll be able to get this out. Might be on the 7th in the morning. Either way, Weekly Strong Ninja, Naruto Kimimaru, to Mother, nothing new there. Time Limited Treasure 2 still going on. Arena Free still going on. Infinite Tsukuyomi, that's still going on. I am 9k away from New Tsunade. Shinobi Feast, Recharge events. No idea what's going to be there, but not really interested on that. Obviously, Shinobi will have the arena training, so that's something that I will try and do and get some freebies. Wonder what we're going to have on those rewards as well. Probably just level 4 Magatama packs and a Silk Scroll and silly things like that probably. Well, we'll see. Break Golden Eggs event has been added. So most events are from the 7th to the 13th, but the Golden Eggs are from the 7th to the 10th. And you need to recharge for that. I never liked this event, so yeah, the rewards are there. They've added a Secret Scroll pack to it, which is from the new feature. Obviously, I like those, but I'm not gonna play a gamble machine in hope to get that, so screw that. Crazy Slot Machine will be added on May the 11th, and that is probably when I'll recharge my last 9k for Tsunade. That's a maybe, or I'll wait for later on in the month. Not sure there's anything else, so recharging on just one event might not be worth it. So yeah, from the 11th to the 13th, the interesting thing here is, however, that the first prize, which nobody gets, has been updated, so you get to choose between 80 frags of Shisui Susanoo, 100 frags of Mother Uchiha 10 tails, 100 frags of Obito 10 tails, 80,000 coupons. Now I think this used to be 20,000. I could be wrong, maybe 40, I don't know. But 80 and it's in red. Because it's in red, I would assume that it's not a typo. I would assume they actually meant that. I don't know. That is obviously nice if you get first prize. I would choose 80k coupons over any of those rewards. So yeah, for those wells, which there are some, that no longer need Shisui frags and no longer need Obito or Modular frags, then that would be the option. Me personally, even if I needed any of these frags, which I do, I still need Susanoo frags and Obito 10 tails frags, but I will still choose the 80,000 coupons. Obviously, I think it's a no-brainer. But I don't know. I hope that is correct and they haven't actually screwed up. Personally, as I've said in previous videos, I think the reason that we now see this here, this 80,000 choice, is to get people to really recharge, because I suspect during these conditions, what's going on in the world, people are not spending as much money. So they're putting these rewards on events really to try and bait people to spend. That is, however, just my opinion, just like anything else I say, really. Second prize, slot machine, super value packers are still the same, 40, 40, 80, 80. I do actually have 2 or 3 of those packs that I do not know what to do with. I used 2 of those packs a few days ago on a video or stream, can't remember, to get Mother Uchiha frags. Kind of found that now I'm 15 frags away to get him 5 stars and already have all the books. So I don't want to waste any more frags, so I'm keeping it. Kimi is 80, is 5 stars. So I'd, if I do spin and I get more, and with the ones I have, either I'll make Tsunade 5 stars or close to 5 stars, because I don't want to waste frags either, or actually make Ronin Naruto to 5 stars. This is my last option. I would happily make Tsunade 5th Hokage 5 stars before I do Naruto. And third prize, still the same, 5 Minato, Itachi, Sasuke, Madara, Great Ninja Wa, which is a B2, or 1 of Hashirama Senju Tensei, or 6 of Killer, B8 Tails in Shiroki. And the rest, nothing red there, so I'd say not upgraded results. Yeah, that is BS. They should have upgraded the 4, in my opinion, the 4th and 5th, or 5th, to give us some secret scroll thingies for the new feature. Anyway, Fukurokumaru's Amute Park, musician emulation. I can't remember what event it's called, but obviously they can't even spell it properly because their own censorship censors themselves. Yeah, I know. So that event has been added for each login free draw. You recharge 50 for each draw. Oh yeah, I think I know. Oh yeah, that's the exclusive thing. They renamed that a while back for no stupid reason other than now look like absolute idiots when they write it in their own forums. Anyway, the next, what have you got? I'm already taking too much time and time. So that's all part of the same event. God, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, because they kept adding. Originally, we only had 3 tabs, and then they added more tabs to it, and then changed the name of the stupid event. Colorful balloons, so spend ingots, and you get shuriken. Sakura's gift. That can be a grinded day, can be really a pain in the neck for free to play that are low powered and they can't win in ranked when they get admission. Missions, general mobilization, that is obviously a pain in the neck as well, just takes a lot of time, but hopefully you have an alt to give yourself missions to speed up the process. Wheel of Fortune, don't think anything has changed on it, still advanced refines, still not worth anything, need epic refines if you want the wells to actually go there. Recruitment feedback still going on. Cab exploration rebate, that is the only event that I'm going to do. I'm hoping to get free orbs, free gold orbs, not all tomorrow. I don't think all on the first day, I don't think I've got enough, but throughout the week I'll certainly get the free orbs for sure. I think I'm on 2,600 or 700, maybe even higher by now. I do have the game open, but it's Great Ninja War at the moment, which obviously I'm not fighting, I'm recording this instead. So I can't really check. Fishing Mania, a free event that you get whatever rewards with it. So, for free to play, you get a few things there, but not much really. And even for wells, I don't think there's an awful lot actually, to be entirely honest. Other than trying and baiting people to recharge for crazy slot machine, then there is nothing else, really. Okay, so we'll move on to Xbox. What's currently only games with gold if you have the membership. Finishing on 15th of May, you've got Knights of Pen and Paper Bundle. And finishing on the 31st of May, you've got V-Rally 4, which looks interesting. I will download it, but I've already got a racing game, a WRC game that I got months ago, and I haven't played it, so I'm not going to download it. I might regret it later, but I want to do it this time. And you've got there, I think that's for the free. I thought it was for the 360, but it doesn't say. Sensible World of Soccer, which runs until the 15th of May. So yeah, kind of cool. You also have some promotions in that, so check those out. Sometimes there's a good one, especially if there's a game that you've got maybe on a wish list. I don't know if actually Xbox is a wish list, but you might have your own wish list for games that you want to get, like Mortal Kombat 11. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in years. If I didn't have a huge backlog, could be tempted to get that. Although, isn't that the one that they censored something because some SJWs were not happy with it? Yeah, I think they censored one of the female characters for whatever. So actually, if that is the game, I would obviously double check before I buy it. But if that was the game, personally, I wouldn't buy it. From the moment I know a game is censoring to appease whoever, then that's it. The game is dead as far as I'm concerned. The other thing with Xbox is the Game Pass, which I don't have, but for £1 extra I will be joining. I will be joining it, and there's going to be a bit more on this a little bit further down the video. But at the moment, I believe Gear Statics are on it. I didn't even know this game was around, but it released on April 28th, I think, or something. And it is based on a Gears franchise, Gears of War, you might be familiar with. But it's a strategy game, hence why they call it Tactics. I don't like strategy games, but this one actually looks kind of cool. I watched only a little bit of it and read a little bit, and I really did like what I saw and read. Don't have time for it, but definitely looks kind of cool. And yeah, it's with the Game Pass at the moment. And just see here on the Metacritic, you know, I always take these reviews with a pinch of salt, but check a few reviews and then make your mind on it. I don't usually go for the critics that much, more like the user reviews, and look for honest ones, because, you know, especially when they review bombing and that, you gotta read between the lines. But yeah, but I think anyone reading through this can agree that the game is pretty decent. It's pretty good. So if you like strategy games or you like the Gears franchise, you just want to give it a try, yeah. I think it's around £10 or $10. Is it monthly or whatever thing it is? Just check the prices on a Game Pass, because I know I've got gold and all that. I'm so mixed up with all these things. But yeah, if you have it, kind of cool. If not, look at it, maybe joining. You get a catalog of games. Every now and then games get added, games get removed, from what I understand of it. And while you do have them, you can play all those games until they get removed from the catalog. You can play them all you want. It's a little bit all you want. It's a little bit different from the PlayStation Now service, where you stream it from the online. This one you actually download the game. Obviously, when you're no longer a pass member or they remove it off the catalog, you can no longer play it. But still, it is really worth. It wasn't originally when they started in 2017. The Game Pass system, but now it is pretty worth it. That is a big catalog, so it's something looking into if you play Xbox One or are looking at Xbox, at the next gen Xbox, because from what I have heard from Spencer, there will be some big things coming up towards the end of the year as the new console releases. So do bear that in mind, and if a lot of things get added, the price could go up. So maybe look at it, you know, read between the next few months and think maybe you want to join and be already a member when new things come out. Just an idea, just throwing it out there, or just join it for the current value, or just don't join it at all. You know, I'm just throwing it out there, really. So going on, back with that Games of Past, as I said, I'll be a bit further down, and here we are. Some games that will be added, as well as some discounts with the actual Xbox Game Pass deal itself. But we now know that Red Dead Redemption 2, amongst other games, will be coming to the Game Pass, which is one of the reasons why I want to join, even though I don't have time to play the game. I'm not going to play it anyway. So I don't really know. That's why I haven't joined it. I've had a tab open on it since yesterday because I haven't made up my mind whether I'll join it or not. But I'll try to keep this just somewhat informative. And Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming this month, from what I understand. This article is from Games Radar, and no, I did not bother reading it. I just know that the game, because I got notified on my phone from another site as well that Red Dead 2 will be coming to Games Pass. So that is pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. So here's the ones that I actually got on my notification as well. Coming to the Xbox Game Pass, it says here console, and then you do have the PC version somewhere as well. I don't know if they're like, if you can actually get them both. I again, read into it. I'm not very familiar with the system. But what we do now is Final Fantasy IX is coming, Fractured Minds, DayZ, and Red Dead Redemption 2. And read a bit down here. So this article is from turret.com. And here we've got the company, as in Xbox. Microsoft is adding 4 new titles for those on consoles, with the highlight being DayZ and Red Dead Redemption 2. Both the games will be launching on Xbox Game Pass on May the 7th. Final Fantasy IX will then join the catalog on May 14th, followed by Fractured Minds ID at box. That's again another thing I don't understand. You find that all over the sites on Xbox site. I don't know what that is. On May 19th. I'll try and read onto it at some point. I don't have time. Microsoft is also getting rid of a total of 8 titles for those on consoles. Starting May 7th, Grand Theft Auto 5 will no longer be part of the Xbox Game Pass. Black Desert, Doom, Lego Ninjago movie video game, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Metal Gear Survive, the Banner Saga, and Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus, will also be removed on May 15th. So this is what I mentioned before. Some games get thrown in, some games get thrown out, which makes absolute sense. I don't know. I think it looks cool. Obviously, just gotta double check on the price on that and how much you play if you're actually going to be on it. For those on PC, Microsoft says Endless, Legend, Final Fantasy IX, and Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo 2, will be joining Xbox Game Pass for PC soon. On May 15th, the following games will be leaving the Xbox Game Pass for PC catalog: Imperator Rome, Rise of the Tomb Raider, the Banner Saga, West of Loathing, and Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. As usual, games are leaving the Xbox Game Pass catalog on both PCs and consoles are 20% off for Xbox Game Pass subscribers. Okay, so they still give discounts. So if you like the game and you actually want to purchase, when it goes off the catalog, you actually can buy it with 20% off. Again, I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused with this. Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo 2. So they actually split. Okay, yeah, the Halo Master Chief Collection at the older games remastered. So they actually managed to break that down, and you can have just one of the games from the actual whole collection, Master Chief collections, which I do own, by the way, and I did go through all of them. Yes, I did go through all of them, and I did like it. Obviously, I had to when I bought the Xbox. Like, I mean, with Sony for years, so I had to try all those games, as well as I tried Forza, Gears of War, Ultimate Edition, and some other exclusives that I really had to. So, kind of cool. I think that is it for Xbox. And Microsoft now moving on to Sony. And can't start any other way than mentioning The Last of Us Part 2, which has been all over gaming sites due to the current absolute chaos caused by the leaks, which revealed a story that a lot of people like myself who played the first game are not really very interested on, and by that I mean not interested at all. So they've released a new trailer today, The Last of Us Part 2 story trailer PS4, and as I thought they will do this to try and rewrite the narrative that we got from the leaks. Again, that's my opinion, but that's what I thought it would be, and I've watched the trailer a few minutes ago before I started recording, and yes, they definitely used that to try and change the perception that most of us got from the leaks. Now again, I didn't actually go through all the leaks. I did see some. I don't really care. I'm not planning on playing the game, like I said last time. But it is quite obvious what they're trying to do with this trailer, and it doesn't really change. In my opinion, it doesn't change anything. I'm still not interested in the game. I'm still not going to buy the game. It looks beautiful graphically. Yes, it looks absolutely stunning. I've got plenty of games. I don't care if you know you put crap with gold all over it. It's still crap. It's just golden crap. Okay, so that's how I see it. The other interesting thing is comments are turned off, and because another video from Mr. Duck, let's call him Mr. Duck, from Naughty Dog, which eventually had the comments also turned off, and the likes were left on that video, and you can see massive ratio. So to avoid that, PlayStation put like and dislike already disabled from this game, so you can't see the ratio. pretty sure they're getting rescued. Obviously, we just can't see it, and that's why I made sure I disliked it, even though nobody can see it. Well, you can see it; it's on a video, so there you go. And yeah, as I said on the last video, I am a huge fan of the first, The Last of Us. Absolutely loved it. This one, no, not gonna touch it. Not with the 10-foot pole. So staying with PlayStation and moving on to what we will get. Again, this article, this is from digitalspy.com, and the very first sentence mentioned here is the Last of Us Part 2 leak. You just can't avoid hearing about it because it's just such a big thing, and it was one of the most anticipated games, the most anticipated game for PlayStation users. So definitely it's not going to go down well, and we've been seeing that. Reaction from Sony and Naughty Dog for striking down videos and channels has also not helped them. It really made the fan base, it just alienated the fan base even further. I'm losing my voice. So, God, this is already taking too long. So we're looking for between May the 5th and June the 1st. Cities Skylines and Farming Simulator 19 will be for free with a PlayStation Plus subscription. Both good games. They're not amazing. I think Cities Skylines was quite hyped. I don't know if it actually lived to the hype when it came out. Farming Simulator, I know a lot of my mates on PlayStation Network that have played, and they all enjoyed it. I took the piss out of it when I first saw the name. I'm not gonna lie and Goat Simulator, and I still make jokes about it, to be honest. But they're good games. They're actually good games, and if I ever have time to play them, then I will. But I doubt it. PlayStation Plus official site. As you can see here, monthly games. Because we are already in May, Farming Simulator for free. These Skylines for free because I do have the subscription there. You do also have discounts and that kind of thing, so do bear that in mind. What do they have at the moment? Super Street the game, that's PS4 full game, $7.99 from Team 4 for that. Nothing really amazing here at the moment. But again, I could be missing something. Deals of the week, that was Doom, and that's not a good deal. Games under £16, that's still actually quite expensive. So Hidden Gems, I guess. So it's Hidden Gems. Life is Strange, I do own that. Not the complete season, but I do own the game or season 1 or whatever it's called. Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition 70% off. That is worth getting, especially if you like racing games and most importantly have a wheel. That will be pretty cool. So, okay, it's not on the exclusive discounts or whatever, but yeah, if you look around, always make sure you look around these sites and look for something, because there's something for everybody there, especially if you have, $10-15. I wouldn't spend any more than that on a game that's not new. In fact, I don't spend more than that in any game these days. Maybe Cyberpunk 2077, but we'll see. I bought The Witcher 3 when it came out and I still haven't played it, so it would be a waste. Other than supporting the studios and developers, which deserve, I think CD Projekt Red deserves it. I will not actually be doing anything, but I might do it just for the sake of it. You do well for the fans, then you do well by me. I'll make sure you get the money. That's how I say it. Moving on to other news that pretty much covers consoles, and in fact I'm going to move one tab across here because we're going to go on to Steam. Nothing really jumped to mind. Again, I do miss things on this site. I miss news during the week. I tried this week to kind of write things down a little bit, so I knew what to talk about, and I had some things already sort of ready to cover. So hopefully it's a bit more organized than the past couple of ones, but we'll see. See your reaction in the comments. Just let me know how it goes. So we've got some discounts here. Doom Eternal, that's still really pricey. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's a good game. That's decent. Let's put it this way: that's the best Star Wars game that we've seen in years. I did buy it as a living present for someone that worked with me, obviously. This was 2 months ago, just before the quarantine and all this craziness kicked in. Yeah, it's over 2 months ago. And he recently started playing it. I think started playing it last week, and he sent me a message on WhatsApp saying that he was loving it, he was enjoying it, and he is a Star Wars fan. So I really hope that he liked the game. I kind of knew he was gonna like it, but you never really know because everyone is different. But it was well received by the fans and by the gaming community in general. Still 32 quid, 34, just over 34 quid for the deluxe edition, which I don't know what else it has on it. It's probably worth the 2 quid, to be honest. But the extra 2 quid. Borderlands 3, 50% off. Something that just jumped to mind as well. Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. 12.50. Other games that I'm not familiar with, but that's it's only 10% anyway. So Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, that is 75% off, £3.87. Those games tend to be a little bit of fun, so just putting it out there. From here, I will personally highlight Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. A lot of people loved it, some people hated it. Maybe a lot of people hated it. It is a good game. I've seen, in fact, the reviews are mixed, so there you go. Yeah, have a look into it, see what the game is. It is an online game, so you need to make sure that you do have a good connection, at least goodish connection, because there's going to be a lot happening on screen. There's going to be a lot of moving. Everyone with different characters. There's going to be a lot for the game to load, so you will need this internet to play it, which is one of the reasons I don't think I'll ever going to try it. At least no, I don't think I'll ever try it, sadly, because of the internet reason. But $7.59, I think it's really worth it. As I said, look into it. If you like the Naruto franchise, which you probably do if you're watching my channel, then I'd say get it. Just make sure that you do have internet for it. Watch a couple of videos on it, see what the game is about. Make sure you do like the game. Don't waste your money, okay? Make sure you check what you're buying. Don't just go by what I say or somebody else says. Go and check it for yourself. This game, I've got no idea what it is, but it's 50% off. Star Wars Empire at War God Pack. Yeah, 65%. Just going to page 2, maybe page 3, we'll see. Mortal Kombat 11, which is funny because this was also on sale on, was it Xbox? Yeah, it was on Xbox, wasn't it? So that's $19.99. I don't remember what the price was there though. It is 60% off as well, so it will be around the same price roughly. Star Wars Battlefront 2, this is the classic, okay, don't get it mixed up. I've got some news on a new one in just a second. So yeah, this is the classic one, and I think there was another classic Star Wars game here somewhere. Yeah, there's definitely a couple on here. This is also with that session game that I don't know of. Some discount with the on a season pass, 20% off. More Star Wars Empire at War, Blood Rage Digital Edition on a 10%. I don't know why Naruto to Boruto again appears here. I mean, this Steam, really should organize their site a little bit. That's probably why you've got so many pages on discount, because they just repeat themselves. So anyway, just saying. Optomic Corporation, no idea what it is. 974. Move or Die. Looks a bit cartoonish. Could be fun. It is only £2.74, so probably worth looking into if you just want a game to play maybe a week. I don't know, maybe get 20 hours out of it or even less. That's the one I meant. Star Wars Battlefront Classic, 2004, is also on sale. There was another Star Wars which I think was better than these here that I saw earlier, maybe on page 3. Phantom Doctrine, never heard of, but it is 80% off, £6.19. Mafia 3, that is big discount at 75% off, so £8.74 at the moment on Steam. I know we've gone past the Xbox, but not seeing Mafia 3 here. I do recall seeing earlier somewhere that games for free. Mafia 3 is kind of a free day. I think it's on Xbox. Just do double check that. You can try the game for free maybe a day. I don't know. That might be off by the time you see this video. So again, sorry about that. But it is definitely free to play somewhere, free to try kind of thing. you could get like 24 hours out of it, or a certain amount of gameplay. I never tried any of those, but that's kind of usually how they go. But that's definitely good. Yeah, that's actually maybe the highlights on discounts there will be Mafia 3. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, yes. So the Knights of the Old Republic 2 and the Old Republic 1, they're both at £2.51. I've heard bad things about one of them and good things about the other. I can't remember which one it is, so just do your research if you're going to buy the game. But again, for £2.50, how bad can it be? So it's very positive and very positive on both. So might be getting it mixed up with another Star Wars game, and there's a lot of Star Wars going on these days. But this is when things were kind of decent before, before the chaos of recent years and mismanagement of the franchise came into play. XCOM 2, 75% off. That's a decent game. Probably a bit more than what I'd pay for it at this stage. Maybe £6. I don't know, just my opinion. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year, really good game. £7.69. That is 78% off. Nothing else here that I can think of. So you've got on XCOM 2, you've got some discount on DLC as well. Star Wars Force Unleashed. I wanted to play this game because this was the last decent game before the recent one. I remember when this came out. £5.42. Well, I will buy it if I actually knew that I was going to get around to play it. 65% off. It's not bad. Mixed reviews. So do always check the page, because sometimes because of the recent Star Wars thing, it may have been reviewed bomb in recent years. So I'll always double check that. But I know it is not a bad game, put it that way. And I'm not going to go any further because it's dragged on. You can just keep going through. It's just to give you an idea of what they have there on discounts. Now, staying with Star Wars, we have some news. This article is from techtimes.com, and it has been around for a few days now. That's the Battlefield 5 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 will cease to have support from EA and DICE. The last updates are on the way, at least to one of them, not sure if both. And then that will be it. That will focus on Battlefield 6. I believe that's the plan, or at least that's what they're claiming. Now, Battlefield 5, I still wouldn't touch that, even if somebody paid me to. I suppose it depends how much they pay me. Star Wars Battlefront 2 had an absolute chaotic, abysmal launch. If we remember all the boxes, loot boxes, and all that. The game has come a long way, though, and I hear from everyone, even a lot of people that criticized the game heavily back then. They have tried the game in recent times, and the game, it is pretty decent now, and it's definitely worth playing. So if you see Battlefront 2 on discount or good price somewhere, don't expect any more support, but as long as the servers are kept open, which is again that EA is well known for shutting down servers and all that, so do bear that in mind. But I suspect we should at least be safe for the next 6 months to maybe a year. They should, I bloody hope, keep the service open. And it is worth playing now, despite all the issues that it had at launch. So at least that. But Battlefield 5, in my opinion, I'll stay away from it. They screwed up so much. They had one good DLC, and then they decided to go back the wrong way again and annoy the fans. So no, I'm sorry, not getting my money on that. In fact, EA barely gets any money from me. Barely got any money from me in several years now that I think of it. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Two games that certainly have been on news a lot over recent years. And, well, EA and DICE are effectively pulling the plug. ADL, I don't know if you heard of Anti-Defamation League. Nobody cares about them anymore. They just write hit pieces on somebody that they don't like, and they have done one in recent days on Steam, accusing Steam of this and that. I just thought that I'd bring this up quickly. As I said, nobody cares and nobody should listen to them. They are worth nothing. Their opinion means nothing, and they are super biased. in ways that I can't even understand. Check their Twitter page, for example. Everything's been dead. So many followers. There's no likes. There's no interaction with their tweets. Nobody really cares about them because they're just a bunch of activists. The reason why they wrote that 8-piece on Steam was literally to get some traction, and that is the first tweet in God knows how long that they actually got some traction on a site. Yeah, that says it all. So a very, I would describe it as a very disingenuous 8-piece on Steam, because that is literally what it was, again, in my opinion. Some other news from the gaming world: PewDiePie is coming back to YouTube, and he will be streaming on YouTube. Well, obviously, he hasn't left YouTube. He keeps doing videos there. But he signed around the time April last year, I believe, roughly. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But he had signed an exclusive deal with DLive in terms of streaming. It has been announced in recent days that he will be coming back. He has signed now with YouTube. And this article here that I've got is from Hindustan Times, which I never heard of. But I try to avoid most of the mainstream that I know are not the best sites, and some of them I watched a video yesterday. I believe it may have been on the Quartering channel. I'm not too sure. But he mentioned an article from one of these outlets that it was just a piece of trash, just complete trash article, where they just used that as an excuse to bring back all the things that PewDiePie did wrong, as if he wasn't a human being, and literally trying to make him look bad and make YouTube look bad by having him back on a platform. This article, which is a short article, and I didn't fully read, but I actually read a bit of it, and they do mention some of the things, but it is not. It's still not the best article, but at least it's not the worst article out there either. I only pull it for information anyway. So yeah, PewDiePie will be streaming with on YouTube again, which is cool stuff. Cool stuff. I like the guy, and he does speak up against BS, and I can appreciate that. On other news, and nearly finishing this video finally, which has been long. I knew it was going to be long as I had a few things to cover, and we've got here again exclusively games.com. No political BS on this channel, and this is run by the fans. I don't know what's that here. Is that Ubisoft MSI? I thought they didn't have ads. Anyway, still pretty clean to me. Some articles here worth reading for sure. I picked, as we already mentioned, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. There is some updates coming to it. But there is other articles here that may be worth checking out. Just saying. Yes, developer Respawn Entertainment and publisher Electronic Arts have announced a new content and patch update for their successful action-adventure Souls-like Little Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Souls-like? That's the first time I've seen anybody compare it to Souls. And from what I've watched, it doesn't seem very Souls-like. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure I agree with that. But again, I haven't played the game. I've watched a fair bit of gameplays, but that's not the same thing. This free update adds meditation training, a new Journey Plus mode, accessibility improvements, and more. And I continue reading. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, originally released back on the 5th of November 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam and Origin. During their Stadia Connect presentation last month, it was confirmed to be coming to Google Stadia this year. So there's some news for Google Stadia. Before they shut down, they're getting a new title on it. Currently, you can pick up Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Steam at 40% off until 7th of May. See, that's where we saw it, wasn't it? No, can't remember already. Why is the Nebus dog barking? I swear to God. The biggest update, or the biggest part of this update, the article continues, is the meditation training. This new mode can be accessed from the meditation points found throughout the title. Meditation training offers two different modes, combat challenges and battle grid. Players will be able to fight against all enemies, including bosses. And you'll have 12 challenges, each with 3 stars to overcome. That sounds kind of cool. That definitely sounds tough though. The common challenges will see Carl fight waves of enemies across a variety of planetary locations from across the galaxy. Each location will have their own set of challenges, allowing for tailor-made experiences that draw from each environment. This mode has been designed with veteran players in mind. Yeah, it does look interesting. So if you want to read the full article, remember, check out exclusivelygames.com. This article is by Carl Payne, and yeah, definitely it's from a couple of days ago, or from yesterday, right? Again, depends when you watch the video. And it does look kind of cool. I'm not entirely surprised, but in a way I still am a little bit surprised that this game is getting free extra content, because as we know, and if you don't know, a quick search on the internet will tell you that single-player games are and have been cancelled by EA over recent years. Mostly, not just Star Wars games, any games, because they want to keep a games as service, live service, whatever the hell you call it, because they want to keep milking the fan base. So it was quite surprising that they allowed this game to be released, and I think the only way that happened was because it was Respawn Entertainment, and Respawn do make good games. They are the only studio that I can think of right now within Electronic Arts that is putting good content out. Before this, we had Apex Legends and others before that. So still surprised. Yes, the game did sell well, and EA bosses would probably like, oh, people want single player games? What really? No. So yeah, it was a good game. It was well received, as I mentioned earlier, by the fans and by player base in general. And it is nice that we're getting a new Journey Plus mode. I think that was kind of standard with most games these days, really. But I guess it's Electronic Arts. Don't put more than you have to. But really, in my opinion, that should be there already. The other modes there, I think that's a good addition. People are still playing it. People that want to challenge themselves a bit more. I think that's pretty cool, especially being for free. So well done. Definitely well done to Respawn and EA on this one. There's not many good things that EA does these days, so kudos on that one, and that one alone. That's going to conclude it for today, I think. Quick mention to Cyberpunk. It has been rated Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most anticipated games out there, and it has been rated on most countries, which is looking good. First I heard was on Brazil, which was rated 18+, and that was because of a single let's say a single item on a criterion which they classify the games, that it went to 18+. Everything else was around 16, 14 or lower age class. But I've seen today that it has been rated in Australia. The reason why this is important is because Australia is known for asking developers to, you need to cut this bit. We think this is a little bit too much for a game. There's been games that have struggled there in the past to get rated there in the past, and they had to change things in order to release in the country. Obviously, to no surprise, it has been rated as 18 or 18+ as well in Australia. Not at all surprised with it. That's kind of what the game knew, the devs knew. There's been some posts a couple of days ago on Twitter from some of the devs or some of the development, from some of the dev teams. So yes, the devs. I'm getting confused there. And that's literally what they were expecting. Obviously, they knew the game they made. They knew what they were trying to do. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Everyone seems happy, and for the Australian players, yes, I'm glad that you're not going to have a censored game in any way. You're going to have the full game, and really happy to see it rated there. I believe that's probably the hardest country to get rated that I can think of. So hopefully, all the other countries, especially in Europe, United States, and that, the game will be rated as 18 or a mature, or whatever it is that's the highest, without going to the adult one, because that definitely wouldn't be good for the game, and I'm pretty sure that won't be the case. I reckon everything should be alright for the rest of the Western countries, at least. Yeah, I can't think of any other, at least major sales wise. I can't think of anyone that it might be tougher to get rated than Australia. So thank you all for watching. Sorry for the longer video than usual when it comes to this series. Probably we'll be back to doing shorter ones from next week onwards, or whenever the next one is. I'll try to do them weekly, but the time is going to become less and less available. So yeah, again, many thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.